couple of weeks ago, we went on a picking trip down to Cape Town where we fetched a 1959 MV Augusta. During that trip, we met up with the Patton family, and the significance of that is that Jill Patton was the wife of the late Ray Am. Now, Ray Am was the factory racer for Norton back in the early 50s. Early 51, 52, he was the number 2 to Jeff Duke in Norton, and from 53 and 54, he was the number 1 racer for the Norton factory, even developing the Norton Kneeler. Now, in 53, he won the double at the Isle of Man on his Norton Manx, meaning the senior and the junior. And that's what brings us here today, where I've discovered that Justin and Kyle are busy recreating a Norton Manx in tribute to this very famous motorcycle that was built from 1947 to 1962. So let me introduce you to Justin and Kyle and let them answer the questions before I get it all wrong. So, Justin, where did this whole idea start about? Why did you want to build this particular Manx?
Basically, got into the classic scene around 2012. I was busy with a Triumph Bonneville Bobber build. Okay. And we had gone along to the 1000 Bike Show here in Johannesburg and basically saw an advert for this particular motorcycle. It didn't look anything like this, sort of a peacock green frame and horrible green bodywork on it, but it showed a lot of potential and it was a fair price, so I decided to give it a bash.
All right, so you bought it as like a parts bin, if you want to call it that. Yeah.
It was a complete bike, but just essentially needed a full redo, and that's where the journey started.
All right, and parts like frame, is it a recreation? I think you mentioned earlier it's an actual Norton frame.
Yes, it's a Norton wideline frame with a Triumph pre-unit T120 motor in it, which is a 650cc, and the two put together is basically a Triton.
Okay, that's where the Triton name comes from. Cool.
That's it.
And how does Kyle fit into this? You're the one who gets your hands dirty.
Yeah, I'm helping Justin put it all together, and we sort of discuss, the sort of look. We decided to go for the Manx style look.
Yeah.
Because it's just such an iconic and beautiful motorcycle.
Yeah.
And
you said these, when you bought the motorcycle, the tank wasn't on.
So it was a complete motorcycle. It had a fiberglass tank, fiberglass seat as well. Very bulbous looking tank, and I wasn't a fan of the aesthetics of the bike.
Okay.
And basically decided to make it my own, or sort of build it in my own sort of way.
And you say this tank, seat and front has been done locally here?
Yeah.
And panel beated or?
Yeah, there's a guy by the name of Rob Godwin in Benoni.
Okay.
He handmade the tank. He handmade the aluminium fairing, like bikini fairing and screen, and he did the silencers as well. And then I built the motor. I put new bearings in it, new pistons, valves, etc. I did the gearbox. Also went through that. Justin also wanted that sort of Manx style look on the wheels, so we modified with sort of original Manx stuff being, unobtainable here. We modified the existing BSA Triumph conical back hub, which looks very similar, and you could see we've sort of opened it up, put mesh in it, a bit of cooling, drilled a lot of the stuff out to make it lightweight. Rob extended the brake plate on the front there, so it also gives it that sort of more Manx look.
Yeah, I mean it looks very true to the original. I mean it's even like this. You mentioned earlier you went for the early look fly screen with a mesh.
We decided to basically hone in on the late 50s vibe of the Manx bikes, and that had to mean a true fly screen.
Yeah.
Not a Perspex one,
When men were men.
That's it.
Back in the day.
That's it.
But attention to detail, even the seat with the red pinstriping and all that. So what's still left to do, Kyle?
So we're basically at the point now where we can, I'm waiting on the oil tank.
All right.
We're having that fabricated at the moment. Rob's also doing that. And then from there it's fit the oil lines, do the ignition timing, fit the clutch and the primary chain, and then all the control stuff like the cables and that sort of stuff, and then paintwork and commission it.
Right,
and
you're going to keep it a race bike, or you're going to put lights on it, or
no, most definitely full on Manx race replica.
Race replica, awesome. And timeline, what would you say till it's finished?
Next week, Tuesday?
No, what do they say on Monday? No, we're close now, so it's...
We're on the home straight.
Couple of months?
We just need to get carbs, so that's dependent on couriers and that, which is a problem now.
You imported them?
Yeah, you have to import them from the UK.
Okay, that can delay things now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
well, guys, I think we're going to leave it at this and have a chat to you again when she's done. What we'll do now is we'll let them finish this project. We'll come back once it's completed and review the bike, have a look at it in the sunshine, and also listen to its glorious sound. Another thing we'll do is we will review the racing achievements of Ray Am, because during our visit in Cape Town, the Patton family kindly donated some of Ray Am's trophies he had managed to conquer during his racing career. And remember, if you enjoyed this program and would like to see more and the completed bike, remember to click like and subscribe and follow us on Route 21 Garage.